to my channel. My name is Reid and welcome to Read All About It, where beauty and confidence has nothing to do with age, gender, or size. Before you go any further, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, let me know how you're feeling down below. So today I just wanted to do a video. It was a topic that has really been like on my heart, and you know, I had a conversation with one of my good friends today, and I just wanted to like make a little video about it. So basically, I know a lot of people, myself included, have been struggling with purpose. Basically knowing what you're destined and meant to do, and I feel like I'm kind of having that debate within myself right now. So I could just bring it back to my freshman year of college, which was August 2013. So before I came to school, before I came to college, I should say. Before I came to college, in my head, I was going to be a nurse. I just thought I was gonna do nursing, and that's just what I thought it was gonna be. And when I got to school and I went to class and she said we had to dissect the cat, and I've never dissected a cat or anything. So people was like, oh, you never dissected a cat? You never did No, I don't like gross things. So where I thought I could be a fucking nurse, I don't even know. I don't like when somebody get punched too fucking hard. I don't like seeing a lot of blood. I don't know why the fuck I thought I could be a nurse, honestly, because I don't have the stomach for that shit. I don't know the type of shit you see. Like, in my head, I thought of a nurse of drawing blood, taking temperatures, and having you answer all the questions and shit before you go see the doctor. Like, that shit I thought in my head when I heard a fucking nurse. So going into college, that's what I thought I wanted to do because I had that preconceived notion. And then when I got to school, and it's like, oh, you gotta learn all the bones, you gotta learn all the tissues, you gotta learn this, that, and the third. I'm like, this not the fucking part of nursing I thought I was signing the fuck up for. So no thank you, I don't want to fucking do it. So that very first day, after my anatomy and physiology, I think that's what it's called, I don't even fucking know, girl, I went one fucking day. After that class, I changed my fucking major, and I was like scared to kind of tell my mom, and I told my older sister first because, you know, everybody was like, oh, my baby gonna be a nurse, my sister gonna be a nurse, da 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 da. Like, you know, I already spoke it so much that niggas start saying that's what the fuck I wanted to do. And like, it was just about the money when I would tell people, oh yeah, you gonna make good money, da da da. So when I decided to switch my major my freshman year, I was kind of scared to tell my mom. So I talked to my sister first, and she was just like, you know, do it. I think that you should do whatever makes you happy, because at this point I was talking to her about me wanting to change my major, and I didn't officially, like, you know, make up my mind. And I was telling her about my mom and stuff, and she was just like, you know, mommy gonna understand, do what's best for you at the end of the day. But like, at that point I didn't fucking know what it was because I thought it was nursing, but I just know I was gonna change to undecided. So my whole freshman year I was undecided. You know, I took my general classes, like my math, my sciences, my elective, shit like that. And it was just like, I had to figure out what I wanted to do. So I would go to like different advisors and different majors and different deans and shit like that, just to get more information, gather more information. And then I met one of my favorite advisors. I love her to this day, and she ended up being one of my sorors. And she helped me so much, and she was like, social work is for you, like based off of our conversations and what you want to do and stuff. She said social work is for you. And after that conversation, I switched my major to social work. When I went into social work, they teach you like an advanced generalist practice, which means you're basically being trained or taught to work with any population, work in any field, whatever. I always said I wanted to work with women. I always said I wanted to work with women, survivors of domestic violence, survivors of sexual assault, single mothers, all of that shit. I just knew I wanted to help women, because to me, my example of a head of the household was a woman. You feel me? Like, it wasn't a man for me. That shit was a woman for me. My mom bust her ass. Like, it been times that I wasn't able to see my mom because she worked 2 jobs, and fucking when she coming home from one, I'm going to school, and when I come home from school, she's already at the other one. So I've seen my mom bust her ass and fucking struggle to make sure we was good and we got everything we not only wanted, but what we needed. Well, what she made sure we had what we needed, but what we wanted as well, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you know, sometimes it was a no, because obviously shit just had to get done that was more important than our wants. But listen, when she had it, she made it happen. You feel me? So that's my example of what a head woman or a head person in charge looks like. It was a woman. So I always wanted to help women, and that was my goal for forever. And as of recently, being back on the campus after I graduated, and my niece being older, my niece is what, 16 or about to be 16, and I see how the youth her age, I should say, interacts, or like just different things. I am now being tugged and pulled to help children and adolescents and teenagers and all of that good shit. I feel like my heart is now telling me that I need to help children. So I had put up this little poll on like Instagram, and a lot of people were saying, you know, because I was like, I'm stuck between helping the present or the future, essentially, is what I was saying, like the head of the household now, or the future of the household, which is the children or the teenagers, whatever the fuck you want to consider them. And like, I'm real life having this debate within myself and struggle within myself, because it's just like, regardless, I know my purpose is to help somebody. Whether it was through nursing, through my own social service agency, through helping children, through helping women, through helping whoever the fuck. My purpose in life has always and will always be to help people. And I feel like basically the point of this video is your purpose is something that's always with you. Like, even when I was younger, my whole entire goal was to always be helpful, or to put myself on the back burner to make sure everybody is good. Like, whenever my family went through something, I always had to be the rock. And I feel like that's what it kind of changed me as a person, because I went from being so nice and kind, and not to say I'm not all of those things, but I also am very aggressive. I also am very angry at times. I'm also a dickhead sometimes, you feel me? Like, just to be blunt. Like, and I feel like the encounters I've had in my life growing up has changed me as a person. But my focal point was to always not make it about me. And I feel like that's the part that kind of changed me, because I always made it about everybody else. Not saying that that's what I had to do, that's just the type of person I am, you feel me? Like, it was in me to be a helper from fucking birth. I feel like I was born to help people and to give back. So all of that to say, your purpose is not something you're gonna find on the fucking internet. It's not something that you're gonna find while looking at other people. Your purpose is not something that you're gonna find trying to stay close to your boyfriend or girlfriend. Your purpose is not something that you're gonna find to have some shit in common with your best friends, you feel me? That shit is within you. So if you feel like you're lost or you don't know what you want to do or what you're destined to do or what you're good at, that shit has been with you since birth, okay? Like, I feel like, and this is just how I feel like when you're struggling or when you trying to find your purpose, and like when you just graduated college, because this is gonna happen. Because when I was a freshman, I was like, what the fuck? Like, for years through fucking high school, every single college I applied to, for the longest I thought I was gonna be a fucking nurse. I just knew I was gonna be a nurse, a pediatric nurse. I just knew that's what I was gonna do. I thought that's what I was destined to do because I started to hear chatter from other people and hear what they was gonna say, or hear chatter from people saying, oh, you wanna make more money. Like, I started to let other people ideas, thoughts, opinions influence me, when whole time I know I don't like fucking blood. I know I don't like graphic shit. I know I can't do that, but I allowed myself to be manipulated to defer or derive from what I knew I was supposed to do, and that's where I fucked myself up at. So basically, all of this to say to all my friends, family, because I know people struggling with it right now. I have the conversation a million times. All my mentees, everybody that just graduated college, everybody going to college, really look within yourself and do what make you happy and do what you've been doing. Because if it's what you've been doing, it's 9 times out of 10 what you love to do and what you're destined to do. Like, I love helping. That's why when I went to college, I became an RA. I loved my residents. I have residents that are now little sisters and brothers to me. That's why I became a mentor. I have mentees that are family to me now. Like, I love talking to people. Like, I love giving advice. I love taking loads. You feel me? That's what I'm destined to do, and that's what I'm going to do. So all of that to say, whatever you're passionate about, that shit been in you from birth. You know what you meant to do. It's shit that, whatever hobby you had as a child, that's something you may be really interested in. You know, don't let society or people or money, don't let money derive you or change you or take you off the course that you are supposed to be going in, because you're letting others influence your decision, if that makes sense. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you're having a hard time finding your why or finding your purpose, you're not having a hard time finding it. You're just doing too much listening of other people. And you need to listen to yourself, look within yourself, and you know what the fuck you're destined to do. You know what you're passionate to do, and you know what you're going to do. Don't let society, the people, the media, all that comparing shit, all that shit is the devil and it's evil, and it will take you off the course that God has already prepared and planned out for you. So to anybody struggling right now, I feel like you have it. You know what you want to do. Look within yourself and pay attention to the things that you're passionate about, and pay attention to the things that you care about, because ultimately all of that shit tells the kind of person you are, and you will know within those tips and within those hints, you're gonna know what your passion is, and you're gonna know what your why is, and you're gonna know what your purpose is. So yeah, I just needed to get that off of my chest, because I'm not struggling with my purpose. I know my purpose is to help. I'm just struggling with the in what way aspect of it. And I just know I'm not the only one that have those thoughts and feelings. And then my friend texted me was just like confirmation that I just needed to get this off of my chest, because I've been struggling for weeks, months at this point. If I'm going to help women or if I'm going to help children. And a lot of people say, oh, do families. I don't want to do that. You know, I still have to think about myself, and I still have to think about my mental health, and I need to think about what's best for me. And already taking on people's, being empathetic to people's situation, that's a lot. To have to do it for generations, my nigga, for the mom, the fucking dad, the cousin, the uncle, the brother, the sister, the mother. That's too much. And I already know that for myself. That's another thing. You have to know your limits. Like, you have to know your limits, know what you can take, know what you can't take. I know as a social worker, I may never be able to work with someone that molested a child. That's my trigger. You get what I'm saying? So to have a successful why or purpose, you also have to know your triggers and your weaknesses, because you also don't want that to throw you off of your journey. I feel like I just ran it for 20 whole minutes, but that was really on my spirit and really heavy. So if you agree, disagree, need help, whatever the case may be, DM me on Instagram. And yeah, that was a lot. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.